TYTSports locked out here in Culver City, California. Rick Strom with you. There is much debate on whether Rajon Rondo should be traded from the Boston Celtics and just have a frickin' fire sale out of the TD Garden. The answer to me, simply in my humble opinion, is no. Now, Danny Ainge had a press conference for the second time in a week. Here are a few of his quotes on whether, on what is going on in Boston and if he is going to trade Rajon Rondo. He clearly said he is not going to. However, here were his quotes. You can decipher them for yourselves. The calls are coming in. The calls have not been going out. I think that the assumption is that, given what we were trying to accomplish, the reports are such that maybe the assumption is that we'll give away any of our players. We've had calls on Jeff Green, Courtney Lee, Brandon Bass, Rondo, Sullinger, and our draft pick, Kelly Olynyk. There's been calls for all those guys, and maybe the assumption is we are just changing everybody, but we're not. We're starting to get younger. We are not tanking. That's ridiculous. This is the Boston Celtics. Now, the Sporting News said that Rondo simply is not tradable, and that Danny Ainge wants to see what he will do in a leadership role, as he is the guy. When he, granted, when Rondo was there, he's played with stars throughout. He played with Paul Pierce. He played with Kevin Garnett. He played with Ray Allen, and he won with those guys. The question is, can he win without those guys? Can he win a championship? Not with this group that they have now. However, in my opinion, you are taking away the fan element from the Boston Celtics if you trade away Rajon Rondo. What are they going to show up for? Marshawn Brooks? I love him, but he's not an all-star. He's not a superstar. Rajon Rondo makes other guys better. You need one piece and one guy to sell the franchise. It's him. He's marketable from a team perspective. So now, really quickly, we have a few other quotes. This one from the Sporting News. And Rondo is perfectly happy to be part of the Celtics going forward. He has not issued a trade demand or a request or even so much as a trade inquiry. He's the league leader in assists for the second straight year if you count the shortened season he had. He's coming off a torn ACL. He's going to have time to adjust. But he is the only player left from the 2008 and 2010 finals teams of the Boston Celtics. Amazing to say that. So now, really quickly, they gave away Jason Terry, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce, as we all know. I'm going to get to your tweets in a moment on if you think Rondo should be traded or not. They acquired Gerald Wallace, who's due 3 years, $31.1 million. Got to get rid of that contract. Kris Humphries, 1 year, $12 million. Got to get rid of that one as well. Chris Joseph, Marshawn Brooks, and Keith Bogans, which really do not have a huge cap hit. The players on their roster that they simply need to get rid of, it has to be one of the three or two of the three. They can't keep them all. Jeff Green is owed 3 years, $27.1 million. I did all this, literally. Brandon Bass, 2 years, $13.7 million. Courtney Lee, 3 years, $16.35 million. A grand total is $57.15 million. I looked into the free agency class next year and the year after. I'm just going to go next year. Here's who is available. Restricted free agent Avery Bradley. Charlotte has Ramon Sessions, Luol Deng and Kirk Heinrich from the Bulls. Dirk Nowitzki, Sean Marion and Vince Carter from Detroit. Rodney Stuckey and Villanueva. Golden State has Andrew Bogut. The Pacers, this is interesting because I could actually see this. The Pacers have Paul George as a restricted free agent. Yes, a restricted. And Danny Granger as an unrestricted free agent. So if the Pacers decide to get rid of Danny Granger because he's affecting team chemistry, they don't finish as well, it's going to fall on his shoulders because he's going to be taking the blunt of the blame. I could easily see him going to the Boston Celtics and helping out Rajon Rondo. We continue. The Lakers, Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol, all unrestricted. Miami has Ray Allen, Chris Bosh, LeBron James, and Dwayne Wade. However, Bosh, LeBron, and Wade have early termination options. The Knicks have Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire, also ETOs. DeMarcus Cousins is a restricted free agent. Toronto has Rudy Gay, and Washington has John Wall as a restricted free agent. Dylan Russ, tweets at Rick Strom. I don't know how you trade Rondo. They really should be rebuilding the team around him. I completely agree. Alyssa Guisto, tweets at Rick Strom. I still can't believe the Celtics traded Doc, KG, and Pierce. I hope for Boston's sake Rondo doesn't join the list. I agree with you as well. Thomas Ianni had the best tweet of them all. Rondo is a key aspect of the team, and if they trade him, the Celtics will have no one to generate offense and score. So no. Well, okay, I agree with most of that. Generate offense, agreed. Score, yeah, I mean, he gets to the paint. He's trying to improve his jump shot. Obviously, if he improves his jump shot, he's already elite. He's going to go beyond whatever level that is. We continue. Andy T tweets at Rick Strom. Celtics should trade Rondo this year because his value will go down this year due to the fact that he will have no one to pass to. I disagree because the way that he reads the floor is tremendous. So the fact that you say he has no one to pass to, he's going to make guys open. He makes them better. he's going to make guys that were okay shooters better shooters because they're going to have more open looks. So from that perspective, I disagree. JCM says trade Rondo for Dwight Howard. Yeah, not going to happen. Plus, Dwight Howard's a free agent. August Truckia, there's no way I said that correctly, to TYTSports. No need to trade Rondo. He plays with a chip on his shoulder and really should be given this year to see if he can be a leader. I agree, and he's also good at Connect Four. You're leaving that out. So now I turn to you guys in the comments. What do you think? Should Rajon Rondo be traded? Should Danny Ainge get rid of him, or should they keep him? Hopefully you agree with me and go with the latter. Leave a thought in the comments section below. Give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and most importantly, help me out, help TYT Sports out, and subscribe to TYT Sports.